Everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to show you what I was working on because I'm starting to not feel so well. So cold and flu, this probably should have been done a couple months ago, but due to moving, things are a little bit crazy. It's not enough honey, but I am preserving some of the garlic in raw unfiltered honey. If you're not familiar with it, you just can put the honey like down to here and then cover it, the garlic, drop it in, and then you would just flip it over till all the garlic gets coated. This obviously needs more honey, and my honey is local to here. It's orange blossom, pure honey, raw and unfiltered, it says. I'm going to put some hot water in here because it's starting to crystallize. Honey does that. And then I figured I would make a jar with y'all. The longest and the best, I would say, would be 3 months. It will change the taste of this garlic. It will taste like candy. It won't be like as hot, and you have the properties from the garlic and then the honey like for your throat or upper respiratory like chest cold. So I need to get some more honey in there. I have the electric tea kettle going, and I figured I would try to squeeze this in amongst packing because, again, I'm starting not to feel well. And then what you would do is, like, every day you could just flip it upside down. You want to make sure your garlic's coated and it's under enough, of the honey. And then you just keep it in a cool, dark place. So I am just going to wait for this to finish boiling, and I tried it in that bowl and it wasn't deep enough to loosen up the honey. So let me do that. I'm going to let it sit in some hot water and I'll bring it back when I go to make the next one. The next one, I'm just going to put the honey in to there, and then like around there, and then you just put the garlic in. There's no exact like amount you have to have, but I do know you need to have enough honey to cover your garlic. So that's why I just keep turning it so that it coats it. But that's like yum yum, get you some. So yeah, that is what I am doing tonight, because like I said, I'm feeling a little under the weather, and as soon as this teapot is done, I will bring you back and we're gonna make some, because I have all that to deal with. Like, I should have been dehydrating it and I didn't. I shouldn't even have opened it, but I did. And now I am trying to get some honey done so that can have it throughout winter, cold and flu season, all that jazz is going on. And you should probably really start this in like August. You could either do it like September, then it would be ready like October, November, December. That's if you really want it, really, really good to knock whatever's going on out. But this can be ready in 30 days. I saw that on Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. That's where I found this recipe. So all right, let me hit the pause and wait for this water, and I will bring you back. Okay, I just wanted to show you how I'm doing this. I have to do another teapot, the electric tea kettle, for more water. I want to get it at least like up to here. So this is the one that's local in my area. It's the orange blossom. So yeah, I have it in the steaming hot water. The other thing you can do is you can ferment the garlic with just water and salt in a jar that way, with a little weight on the top. You can also preserve garlic that way, but this is looking pretty good. But you could see that 2 pieces right there that's kind of crystallized. So I'm going to add more honey, and I'm going to make another jar. But let's wait for this to loosen up so it's actually pourable, and that would be great. So there's so many benefits to garlic, we all know that, but this is great when you're sick for your autoimmune. If you're just not feeling well, starting to feel like you're coming down with something, you can make this, and you could take one in the morning and one at night. So, all right, let's wait on this, and then I'm gonna make another jar. Okay, it's still not completely up to standards the way I want it, the honey, but I'm gonna take this one off because I flipped it over quite a few times, and there are garlic cloves that are exposed. So let's see how much I can get out of here. I want enough to cover it, but you don't want it to explode by putting too much. I'll show you what I mean in a second. This is gonna have to sit a few more minutes. I mean, coming to room temperature, it'll still be fine. Now, I'm just going to shake it a little bit. I'm going to turn it over. I want to take a spoon, cut a knife, and try to see how much longer this honey is going to take. Don't want to microwave it because then you microwave all the properties out. So, just mixing it. It starts moving with the hot water. Okay, a couple more minutes and the honey will be done, and I'll let that sit. Okay, so let's try. Let me try to show you. See how much comes out. There's my jar because you're not on my tripod. And I'm just gonna go in and pour. See, it's still a little bit thick, but don't worry. I'm going to do about a quarter. This is my first time ever making this, so. And then I'm just going to take my butter knife for that little chunky part. Right up in the waist. Just going to give that a mix real quick. Okay, I stirred it really well, and you can see it's a lot more liquidy. I'm just shaking the jar around. I'll try to get the rest. Okay. Let me put it right there. Hopefully y'all can see. So that's how much honey I have. And I'm just gonna go in and drop some garlic into it. Whoops. Pick that one up so the dogs don't get it. Just trying to judge if I can put a few more in here. I don't want to do too many. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this. Let me try to sit you this way again. Hold on, my friends. Look at that shot. Gloriousness. I'm going to go I'm going to put a little bit more just over the few that are kind of sticking out the top. Hopefully this one's good because I have another one, but I packed it up. But this is Orange Blossom. It says it's my local, so that should be perfect. And now what we'll do is put a lid on it, like so. It looks fantastic. And then we're just gonna flip it over. You're gonna have to do that a couple times. See the bubbles that are happening? You need the honey to get in with the garlic and get all the air out. And you want the garlic to be thoroughly coated, so that may take flipping it around up and down a couple times. But you never want to fill the whole jar up with the honey, because then you can get an explosion. But this is just my quickie little version on how I'm doing it. It might not be the perfect way of doing it, but I will have some, I don't know if they're calling this it's fermented honey garlic. You get the benefits from the garlic and the honey all in one. So we're going to flip it over because there's a lot more honey in the jar than there is garlic. And that's all you really do, is just make sure you have more honey than actual garlic. And it's usually about a quarter and a quarter, or half of the honey and quarter of the garlic. But you just want to flip it over a few times so that all the garlic gets really well coated like this. And then you'll be able to see where your honey line is, and you just want to make sure all your garlic's in there. And then you'll just keep it in a cool, dark place. This is where my fire cider has been sitting. I have to give it a shake, so this is my really strong one. So I figured around in here, I'll give this a shake. This is the one that was done with serranos and cayenne peppers. That video is on my channel. And this is my regular fire cider. I took a teaspoon of it earlier this evening because I feel like I'm starting to come down with something, and that wouldn't be shocking considering I'm packing to have to move and I'm just exhausted. So that's what you would do with this. Now, let me show something else very quickly. Put that like that. Try to adjust it. All I'm going to do is just open the lid. You don't want to put the lid on real tight with this either. Just like lightly. And you can give it a shake, but don't overflow it with the honey. Now my hands are sticky, but I flipped it over again. And that's a good start. I should have done this months ago, but you know, it was a little bit crazy. Now it's really crazy. I'm just trying to see if my garlic is all looking like it's filled enough, or if I'm able to add some more garlic. And that's basically just letting the bubbles come out. Take the lid off. It will be a sticky mess, of course. It's good. The honey's really good. Plus I'm trying to use up this honey so you don't have to pack it. Oh boy, this one's gonna come out. I'm gonna cover it just a teensy-wincy little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna set this down. Okay, so this is the one I did earlier, which looks great. Now I'm just gonna go like that a couple times. I covered this one up with some more honey, which I'm gonna try to one-hand this. Nope. Let me fix the lid real quick. It's starting to get sticky. I'm just gonna flip it over. This is what it should look like. You can, like I said, you can do that a couple times. The object is to get all the garlic coated. You want it to all stick to every piece of the garlic. From what I understand, and if anyone else has ever made this or done this before, I know Becky from Acre Homestead did, and I think hers exploded, but yeah. So this looks like a pretty good amount. And, you know, it's still dripping and doing all that good stuff. But I'm only going to do this a few times tonight because I'm making it. After that, you could probably just do it once a day. And yeah, leave it in a cool, dark place. Don't leave the lid on. I think what I watched on Doug and Stacy, it said don't leave the lid on too tight. And that's it. And then you'll have the benefits of the garlic and the honey for cold and flu season. So it's my first time doing this. What do you think? If I did anything wrong, let me know. Love you all. And there is my honey. Wait, what was I just going to say? Sheesh, my mind. This is my fermented garlic in honey. Let me try to speak proper English. So I'm going to flip these over a few more times, and if I add a little bit more, object is don't add too much honey, because it's going to ferment and it's going to bubble and it could go over, and don't add too many garlic cloves is what I understood. So I love you all. Figure I would do this real fast because I'm not feeling too well, and I want to get this going. But like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye, everyone.